To the property lane where it's everything real estate. My name is Catherine Nanteza and I'm your host tonight. And tonight we have a very interesting topic, one that has come out of popular demand, one many of you have been asking. Many of the fans wrote and they wanted to know more about Airbnb. What's B&B anyway? What's Airbnb? We'll be knowing all that in a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I have guests tonight that are not new to your face. You know them. They're in real estate. They are one of the best agents in selling, especially condominium properties. We are seated right here at Kingfisher and Canary Apartments in Nalia. You know, Nalia is known for Airbnb, so it's the best place to start. We are here with our first guest, normally known as Babi, but she'll be telling us the full name. Miss Annette Babigamba, please tell us about yourself.
Hi viewers, Annette Babigamba is my name, from Universal Affordable Housing, and I do sell and make people homeowners in Uganda. I think I'm the best. I've made so many people homeowners, and I'm here to make so many more homeowners. I'm happy to share any ideas tonight. Thank you.
That's so bold of you, Annette, to say you're the best sitting in between agents. But anyway, our next guest is also not new to your face. She's none other than Miss Adrien. I think most of you know her as Universal Multipurpose Enterprise. Adrien, what's your real name?
The name is Adrien Asingwire, and I'm the Business Relations Manager for Universal Multipurpose Enterprises, or as many of you usually call me, Universal.
Yes. So as we start on this topic of Airbnb, I'll start with Miss Annette. I'm already seeing your videos on TikTok and all over social media. How does one get into Airbnbs? First of all, what's Airbnb?
Airbnb is fully furnished apartment. That is a concept worldwide. So it is an apartment that is fully furnished and ready for guests, either short term or long term.
So when you say fully furnished, what do you mean? Because I've heard of developers who say, we give you those who are selling, and they say, we give you an apartment that is furnished. And they are talking of a fridge, a cooker, and probably a microwave. Is that what you're referring to?
No, as developers, we don't sell fully furnished apartments, but homeowners who buy do furnish their apartments. So fully furnished means it has everything functional to have your stay. And like if you have a short term, so the stay that you have booked, the apartment is fully functional, starting from the kitchenware, the living room, the bedroom. You just come with maybe a handbag or simple luggage, and everything will be in the house.
Wow. Miss Adrien, how do we turn an apartment into an Airbnb? Like, do we have to buy one? Can we rent one?
There are two ways you can turn an apartment into an Airbnb. The first one is through home ownership, where you purchase the apartment. Maybe it's a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, or a 3-bedroom apartment. That is the first option. The second option is to rent from someone who owns, or from a company that owns the apartment, and then you turn the apartment into a fully functional space that is an Airbnb space. That is how you can go about it.
Annette, when you say fully functional, what do you mean, fully functional? Because you're not talking to real estate practitioners. Mm-hmm. We are talking to the general public. Mm-hmm. And there are so many people with homes, not just an apartment, with homes. When I was in northern Uganda, I saw homes of 10 bedrooms, 7 bedrooms. So when the kids leave, what can they do with these homes? That's what we want to know.
So a fully functional apartment, to the viewers, it has everything that a home has. For example, if you come from the UK and you're coming to Uganda, maybe for 3 weeks, you get the experience of what you left in the UK. So when you walk into the apartment, it has a TV, it has a cutlery, it has the kitchenware, it has a fridge, it has a cooker, it has beddings, it has towels, it has rugs, it has, liquids as to use, it has a washing machine, it has, there's also a balcony, so you can use the space at the balcony. It has a worktop,
Chairs.
it has furniture. The furniture is, broken down into a bed, TV stand, dining table, living room chairs. So it is fully functional. It has saucepans in the kitchen. It has a cooker, it has a microwave, it has a kettle, it has spoons, it has knives. It has everything that you would need. Some of the hosts have actually gone extra mile to even put maybe food or some things that you can use for the first 3 days. Drinking
Wi-Fi.
water. Then, of course, it has Wi-Fi. And it has AC, air conditioning systems.
Do we need AC in Uganda?
Oh, yeah, we do. We do need it because most of the guests who are using Airbnb are coming from countries that are extremely cold. So when they get to Uganda, they find it extremely hot. So AC is very important on some months of the year. Like January was very hot. August is extremely hot. So people need AC. If you don't have an AC, at least have a standby fan, or something for guests to feel comfortable.
What are the key things, Adrian, that one should have in an Airbnb? Like you say, you want to furnish it basic, don't miss out on A, B, C, D. What are those key things?
The TV, kitchenware, bathroom wares. The bathroom wares, towels, soap, washing machine, AC, and Wi-Fi.
And Wi-Fi.
Yes, because
even if you don't have a bed.
Forgive me for that. The bed, of course, has to be in. That is a given. The bed has to be in. But the Wi-Fi, it's mostly because most people want to stay connected with whatever is happening around them. So the Wi-Fi is extremely needed.
Do these Airbnbs come with bed and breakfast, or like we see in hotels? Must it have like bed and breakfast? And then who does the cleaning in these Airbnbs?
No, the Airbnbs don't have breakfast or meals. We are giving you an experience of a home. This is a home, actually. So what people have, they have standby chefs. If you need extra services, like someone to cook the meal, we have chefs that you can call. And then a chef. We have even delivery services, but there's no food. It's not a hotel. Then cleaning, of course. I think Adrian, you forgot to mention that. It is one of the things that Airbnb hosts give. Cleaning, it can be every day. It can be 2 days in a week. It can be 3 times a week.
But it has to be at least once a week?
Yeah, cleaning is one of the essential things that a host has to have in an Airbnb.
How does one get to know that your Airbnb is up for sale?
You can list it on different websites.
Okay.
Like the Airbnb website that everyone knows. There are many different apps that you can use. Then, of course, also you can advertise yourself on your WhatsApp status, on your own Facebook pages,
social media handles.
Instagram, X. There are many ways you can get clients. And then the most important one that we always tell people, it is word of mouth. That is why you have to be extremely nice to the people who come and rent out your Airbnb spaces, because if the service is not good, they are not going to recommend you to any of their friends. But if the service is extremely good, trust me, you are going to be overflowing with so many bookings from just that one person that came.
Do Airbnbs do ratings? I think I saw something like that. Do you do ratings, and do the ratings matter?
Yes, they do ratings, and those ratings do matter a lot. So much, because the ratings that they give go worldwide. You know, it's internet. So the first time someone gets to know you, maybe in the UK, could be through the Airbnb app. And imagine that the first comment they're going to read is negative. They will not come to your apartment. But if it's positive, definitely they are going to call you. They are going to make you so busy that you'll be like, you'll be an expectant of it. That is why you see that the way you treat them the first time they come to your apartment is really, really important.
Thank you so much. Dear viewers, we are going to take a very short break. And when we come back, we are going to know. She talks about good ratings from the landlords or the Airbnb owners. But do the owners also rate the tenants that come, so that when you come back to the app, you also have a rating? Is that possible? And then, can we use our homes as Airbnbs while we are still there? We've heard of something called shared spaces. Is that also applicable in this case? We'll be learning more on how you can make your house make money for you. See you shortly. From that very brief break, we are still talking Airbnb, how you can turn your home or apartment into a money-making venture, and yet you can still stay there for some time. Talking of stay there, Annette, can I still use my home when I need to, when it's not in use, if I have turned it into an Airbnb, or it's forever a rental?
You can use your home with another guest. You can have 7 bedrooms.
You're talking of shared spaces?
Yes, shared spaces.
Okay.
And then you can use 2 bedrooms and rent out the other 4. So why have 7 bedrooms that you can make money out of the 4 bedrooms? You can have a 2-bedroom apartment, you have a guest coming, and make money out of the 1 bedroom.
And the landlords won't have an issue with that if I'm renting, or I don't have to tell them?
You have to do an agreement, proper agreement with the landlord. That is very key. And tell them why you're renting the space and why you're renting the space, for the purpose you're renting it for. So don't hide anything from the landlord so that you are safe.
Okay, in case something goes wrong. Adrien, do we have any security issues with Airbnb? Have you heard of anybody complaining, or I'm thinking you're letting into your home someone you don't know. How do you vet those clients coming into your home?
Fortunately for us, we haven't had those instances yet. And I believe that is because before they let the tenants in, they ask them for different security. They have different security procedures. They probably ask them for their IDs. You have to leave behind your ID. Security deposit and national
security
ID.
deposit. If you are renting for a year, you put some. Yeah.
Okay. Security deposit and national ID.
So security deposit applies if you're going to stay for more than 6 months.
Even if you're spending
Even
for
if
6
it's
nights
just
or 1
for
night.
a night. Instead of 1 night, you pay for 2 nights. So
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that is very common.
For short stay.
Yes,
It's there.
because people are distracted.
Because Ugandans, we are distracted in nature sometimes.
Okay.
And at times we also know how to not want to pay for the damage we have caused. So most times they ask for a security deposit.
Well, that makes
and
that
the national
go with
ID.
The forks and knives, just to.
And you see, if I have your security deposit, if you take the fork and the knife,
Use it
I will
to
let
pay.
you know that, sir, I found this and this and this missing in the apartment. The security deposit was this amount, and these things cost this amount. So I will not give you that.
Annette, how do you enroll this tenant? As in, to make sure you know the number of bed sheets you left behind, the number of towels. We are counting spoons and forks and cups, you know. How do you enroll such a tenant to ensure when they are leaving, you are not overcharging me for something you didn't leave behind also, but also to ensure when they are leaving, they are not leaving with your towels.
We have an inventory list that is there. Whether you do self-check-in, you'll find the list there. So it has how many TVs, how many beds, how many towels. So it is itemized. So if you come in, you know how many glasses are in, how many saucepans. Then if you are doing, that's for self-check-in or someone is checking you in, there is supposed to be an inventory list. Dear hosts, make sure you have it so that your guests are comfortable and you as a host, you're also comfortable.
Isn't that a very uncomfortable moment for your guest? I mean, I've booked, I've paid, I'm coming in, I'm tired, and then you're making me walk around, count knives and forks and silvers and whatever.
You know, the beauty with an Airbnb doesn't have so much clutter. It normally has like 4 plates, 5 cups, 5 spoons. So it's not so hard for someone to do it in just 2 minutes.
And if I found food in a fridge, do you charge for that, or you literally can't find that in an Airbnb?
You know, I talked about people are now going extra by giving a few items for food. They don't give so much. Someone will put maybe a tray of eggs or half.
Of crisps.
Or crisps, or
bunch
tea
of
bags, a bunch of bananas, you know, fruits.
Talking of customer care, is that part of what will welcome the guest? Is there like a welcome package or an exit evaluation form that one needs to sign to evaluate the place? I mean, how do you handle that?
The exit evaluation form, I think that is those are the reviews that they leave behind for the owner of the apartment or the house. Then welcome package. The welcome packages really depend on you as owners, what you want to give your guests.
Oh, you only give to long term?
No. It's actually a good startup pack. Yeah, it's good.
It's a good welcome. It's a good impression
to walk in and find coffee, find sugar, find... What happens when the gas games? Is it the tenant to pay for the gas, or it is still your bill? As in, which bills are to the tenant and which bills are to you? And for how long?
Now, you see, with Airbnb, everything is catered for by the
Landlord.
by the guest, by the host. So that is the host's responsibility.
Okay.
Yes, but if it's a normal tenancy, that is up to the tenant to refill.
When does it get normal? Because I could come for 2 days, I can come for 3 months, I can come for 5 months.
Before it even gets normal, you as the tenant or the guest, you've already told the host that after such and such a period, I'm still going to be here. How can we go about it? That is what happens, yes.
Annette, what locations are good for Airbnb, or any house can work?
Yeah, any house can work, but it depends. Any house can work, or any location can work. But it depends. If you want long-term guests who are coming here to work as diplomats, as expatriates, definitely you have to be mindful of the location. If you are doing Airbnbs, you have 2 guests. You have the long-term or you have the seasonal guests.
Okay.
So if they are seasonal, you don't mind if they book anywhere. Like now, this month, we have seasonal guests.
Okay.
People on holiday, summer holidays.
Summer holidays.
So they can be closer to their relatives or something. But if you have an Airbnb and you want it to be full throughout the year, then be mindful of location.
And what are the best locations? Now we are talking Uganda. What are the best locations where one should get Airbnbs?
As I said, if you're looking for expatriates and diplomats, and those are the best guests for Airbnb because they come either for short term or long term. So number 1 location, you know it. You have to go upscale. You have to go Kololo, you have to go Nakasero, you have to go to Bukoto, you have to go closer to CBD.
Okay.
Nigeria is doing well. Naya is doing well on Tinder because there are many offices as well now. Then Entebbe Road, people from the diaspora love.
Are you saying Chira is not on that list?
Chira is for short-term guests.
Okay.
For short-term guests. But Entebbe Road also does well because it's near the airport. So people want to exit the airport as quick as they can or come in without traffic jam.
Adrian, you wanted to say something?
You mentioned Kira. Kira is it's not bad. Don't just because she didn't mention it, it doesn't mean that.
No, I said there are two types of guests. If you are looking for short term or long term, so you have to be mindful which guests as a host.
Are you saying Mbarara, Mbale, Tororo, Iganga, we just give up? Or?
No, they are doing very well as
are you sure? Airbnb.
Yes, they are.
Side?
Yeah, they do.
And then
people work in Mbara. People come from wherever they are and work in Mbara.
Even us ourselves, when you go to Mbara and
for a weekend, where do you stay?
Get an Airbnb, just a staycation for the girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say that. What?
Staycation for the girls.
Staycation.
Ginger is also doing well. Ginger is doing well. Entebbe is doing well. Yeah. So, but before you do an Airbnb, you can come for free guidance. I can tell you which location will work for you and which will not work for you.
I think we are here for all of us to know. So Annette, our viewers want to know everything you're holding back. But anyway, before we get into all that, how do you price an Airbnb? Who is setting those prices, by the way? Is it the market? Is it the host? Is there like a pricing up somewhere? Who is setting these prices?
The market dictates the prices. But remember also, if you have an Airbnb and you do it, the difference.
As we come to the end of this show, which is very, very interesting, Adrian, if you're to be investing in a fresh apartment or Airbnb size, which sizes do you recommend for someone starting in Airbnb? Which size would they go for in terms of bedrooms or rooms?
Okay. I think the best would be you'd start with a 1-bedroom apartment. They are high on demand. They're always full. They're never really empty. They're always on demand. So with the 1-bedroom apartment, you could not go wrong. The 2 and the 3 bedrooms are usually the best for guests who are going to stay for a longer time period, and that will mean that you're going to take some time for you to make back your money. But with the 1-bedroom, the pricing itself also is they are cheaper than the 2 and the 3, so it also means that you're going to get back your investment way faster than the 2 and the 3 bedroom.
Dear viewers, it's been a very interesting evening. I hope you learned something. I hope you can go and start investing in these Airbnbs. You have your home, turn it into an Airbnb. Some of you have inherited homes and it's too big and you don't want to sell it and you're not even living there. You have inherited your home in Masaka, in Mbale, in Barara, or even in Kungu, but you don't want to live there. You're married. Turn that house, turn that space into an Airbnb and it can start making money for you, and we are here to help you turn that into money. We are seated right here at Kingfisher and Canary at Universal Multipurpose Enterprise Project. Come if you want to buy an apartment. Otherwise, have a lovely night. See you next time.
The Property Line.